When you think of a Mexican smuggler of forbidden dust, or a founder of a secretive cartel, or a crowned lord of narcotics, what picture forms in your head? Do you see a man hiding behind mirrored sunglasses with heavy trucks rumbling in his shadow? Or do you imagine a famous star borrowed straight from Hollywood's silver crimes? For endless years, the word mafia was chained only to men. But reality twists darker. There were women deadlier than storms, masters of crime, commanding cross-border empires that crawled across continents. Do you know Sandra Ávila Beltrán? If you ever crossed her glance, you might think she was a bourgeois businesswoman of Mexico, from polite society. In truth, she was a mother, an entrepreneur of another kind, the most feared woman in Mexican cartels. She claimed that trafficking poison was not sin, only an unregulated trade, like liquor in the black years of prohibition in the United States, when law wrote alcohol as crime and liquor sellers were painted as devils. Yet once it turned legal, those sellers became respected citizens. She insisted, "I do not see guilt on those who sell wine or smoke." When you go to a bar, do owners feel shame? Sandra became a crowned queen of the cartel tides. The media named her the Queen of the Pacific. Her capture came on the 28th of September, 2007. Accused of organized conspiracy, drug trafficking whispers later sent north to the United States in August 2010 to face criminal storms. Officials in Mexico and America saw her as the hidden bridge, a vital chain between Sinaloa's empire in Mexico and the Colombian Norte del Valle shadows. Sandra Ávila Beltrán was born in Baja California, Mexico. Her blood carried names like Rafael Caro Quintero, the once leader of Guadalajara's Dark Throne. At times, her life looked like a path of light. She had no intent to walk into crime's abyss. She chose to study communications at university, but her dream collapsed suddenly, kidnapped by a jealous lover, a man chained with cartel trust. This violent night forced her from studies and drove her into narcotic business. Family ties pulled her deeper. Her relatives linked her to kings of the Sinaloa Federation. Sandra became, in truth, a third-generation smuggler. Mexican officials whispered she was niece to Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo, the godfather of Mexico's narcotics, serving 40 years in chains for the killing of DEA agent Enrique Camarena back in 1984. Her granduncle, Juan José Quintero, was surrendered to the US for drug smuggling crimes. Agents of the DEA declared Sandra never hesitated to unleash violence, using fear as her instrument, the signature of Mexican cartels. Quick to learn, she climbed swiftly through the ranks, gathering vast fortune and sudden fame. Though she could have relied on her beauty to cross borders unseen, she demanded respect. In the drug world, women were seen as ornaments, not warriors, but Sandra forced herself to be recognized for victories and ruthless deals. She may be called a pioneer, but also, without doubt, she was a storm of chaos, feeding the drug flames that devoured thousands of innocents, a fire still burning today.